How does skipping meals affect your body? Skipping meals, whether it's a short-term decision or a long-term habit, can have significant effects on the body. The impact on metabolism, energy levels, and mood varies depending on how often meals are skipped and the overall quality of your diet. Short-term effects. 1. Metabolism. When you skip a meal, your body experiences a temporary drop in blood sugar levels, which can cause a slowdown in metabolic processes. Your body then shifts to using stored glycogen, sugar, for energy. While this can be beneficial for fat loss in the short term, especially in intermittent fasting, the body may start to hold on to fat more effectively if meal skipping becomes too frequent. The decrease in meal frequency can also lead to a slower metabolic rate as your body adapts to periods of fasting. 2. Energy levels. Without regular meals, especially those rich in complex carbohydrates and proteins, the body lacks a consistent source of energy. This can result in feelings of tiredness, sluggishness, and reduced physical and mental performance. The brain, which depends heavily on glucose for energy, may experience difficulty focusing, leading to a decrease in productivity. 3. Mood. Skipping meals can lead to mood swings and irritability. Low blood sugar can trigger feelings of hunger, which may cause anxiety and frustration. If meals are skipped frequently, it can lead to a constant state of hunger or even anxiety around eating, which affects emotional well-being. Additionally, imbalanced hormone levels due to irregular eating patterns can contribute to stress and anxiety. Long-term effects. 1. Metabolism. Consistently skipping meals over an extended period can lead to a decreased metabolic rate. Your body may begin to conserve energy by burning fewer calories, which can make it harder to lose weight in the future. This is particularly true if skipping meals leads to overeating later in the day, which can counteract any caloric deficit and potentially contribute to weight gain. 2. Energy levels. Chronic meal skipping can lead to nutrient deficiencies, especially if you're not compensating by eating nutrient-dense foods when you do eat. Over time, this can result in low energy, fatigue, and impaired immune function. Vitamins and minerals are essential for energy production, and without them, the body struggles to maintain optimal performance. 3. Mood. Long-term meal skipping can have lasting effects on mood stability. Constant fluctuations in blood sugar levels can cause persistent irritability, anxiety, and even depressive symptoms. Furthermore, if the body becomes nutrient deprived, it may affect the production of neurotransmitters that regulate mood, leading to long-term emotional imbalances. 4. Muscle mass and fat storage. Chronic meal skipping can lead to muscle loss, as the body may start breaking down muscle tissue for energy when food is scarce. Over time, this loss of muscle mass can lead to a decrease in basal metabolic rate, making it even harder to burn calories effectively. Moreover, skipping meals may also increase fat storage, especially if meals skipped are followed by overeating in the evening. The bottom line: while skipping meals occasionally may not cause significant harm to the body, making it a regular habit can disrupt your metabolism, drain your energy levels, and negatively impact your mood. For optimal health, it's generally recommended to maintain a balanced eating schedule that includes nutrient-dense foods at regular intervals throughout the day. If you choose to skip meals as part of a fasting regimen or for other reasons, it's essential to listen to your body and ensure you're getting the necessary nutrients when you do eat. Short-term effects. 4. Hormonal imbalance. Skipping meals can trigger a stress response in the body, leading to an increase in cortisol levels. Cortisol, often referred to as the stress hormone, can increase feelings of hunger, irritability, and anxiety. Over time, if cortisol remains elevated due to frequent meal skipping, it can contribute to chronic stress and negative health outcomes such as weight gain, especially around the abdomen, higher blood pressure, and sleep disturbances. 5. Insulin sensitivity. In the short term, skipping meals can improve insulin sensitivity, especially for those who practice intermittent fasting. Improved insulin sensitivity means the body becomes more efficient at using insulin to process glucose. However, frequent skipping of meals can lead to hormonal imbalances that may decrease insulin sensitivity over time. especially if it causes large fluctuations in blood sugar. Long-term effects. 5. Digestive issues. Skipping meals on a regular basis can affect the digestive system in the long term. When meals are skipped, the stomach produces gastric acid in anticipation of food, which can lead to discomfort and, in some cases, gastric reflux or ulcers. Additionally, irregular eating patterns can disrupt gut microbiota, leading to poor digestion, bloating, and nutrient absorption issues. 6. Nutrient deficiencies. Over time, skipping meals can lead to a lack of essential nutrients such as vitamins, minerals, fiber, and healthy fats. Deficiencies in nutrients like vitamin D, iron, and B vitamins can lead to long-term health issues such as weakened immunity, poor bone health, and fatigue. For example, lack of protein intake due to skipping meals can impair muscle recovery and growth, affecting overall strength and physical performance. 7. Increased risk of eating disorders. Frequent meal skipping, especially if it's done to control weight, can lead to disordered eating patterns like binge eating, where people compensate for missed meals by overeating later in the day. This can contribute to the development of unhealthy relationships with food and may escalate into conditions like anorexia, bulimia, or binge eating disorder. Over time, this creates a cycle of restriction followed by overeating, which can damage both physical and mental health. 8. Impact on physical fitness. When the body is regularly deprived of fuel due to skipped meals, it can negatively affect physical performance. Training for strength or endurance may become difficult as the muscles aren't provided with the necessary nutrients and energy to recover and rebuild after workouts. Over time, this can lead to fatigue, poor performance, and even muscle loss, particularly if protein intake is insufficient. Psychological impact of skipping meals. 1. Cognitive function. When meals are skipped, the brain doesn't get the necessary nutrients, primarily glucose, which is its main energy source. This can lead to impaired cognitive functions such as difficulty concentrating, poor memory, and slower decision-making. Additionally, skipping meals for weight loss purposes may cause obsessive thinking about food and body image, which could worsen mental health. 2. Behavioral effects. Skipping meals may lead to unhealthy eating habits, including overeating or binging, when the next meal finally occurs. This often happens due to intense hunger and cravings that arise from prolonged periods without food. The body reacts by overcompensating, leading to emotional eating, guilt, or a sense of loss of control. The healthier approach to meal skipping, while the body may adjust to meal skipping in the short term, for example, through intermittent fasting, it's essential to be mindful of how often and how long you skip meals. For many people, skipping meals isn't sustainable, and a more balanced approach to eating can prevent the negative long-term effects. Intermittent fasting. If some people use intermittent fasting, such as the 16/8 method, where they fast for 16 hours and eat within an 8-hour window, with proven benefits such as improved insulin sensitivity and fat loss. However, for this to be effective, it's crucial to eat nutrient-dense foods during the eating window to ensure proper nutrient intake. Balanced nutrition. Instead of skipping meals, consider prioritizing balanced meals that are rich in protein, healthy fats, complex carbs, and fiber. This helps maintain energy, stabilizes blood sugar levels, and ensures adequate nutrient intake. If meal skipping is unavoidable, it's important to make up for missed nutrients by consuming high-quality, nutrient-dense foods during the next meal. Mindful eating. Avoid meal skipping for the purpose of restrictive dieting or weight loss without proper guidance. Adopting mindful eating practices, eating slowly and paying attention to hunger and satiety cues, can help maintain a healthy balance and avoid harmful effects on metabolism, mood, and mental health. Conclusion. While meal skipping in the short term may have some benefits, such as promoting fat loss and improving insulin sensitivity, long-term skipping can lead to significant health issues including hormonal imbalances, nutrient deficiencies, digestive problems, and psychological distress. It's crucial to understand the balance between meal frequency, nutrient intake, and individual health goals. Listening to your body and making adjustments as needed can help Maintain a healthy lifestyle while avoiding the pitfalls of consistent meal skipping. Extended short-term effects. 6. Hydration. Meal skipping can unintentionally affect your hydration levels. When meals are skipped, it's easy to forget to drink enough fluids. Some people rely on food for hydration, such as fruits and vegetables, and skipping meals may cause them to fall behind on their water intake. Dehydration, even in small amounts, can lead to headaches, dizziness, and fatigue, which can worsen the effects of skipping meals. 7. Blood sugar regulation. When meals are skipped, blood sugar levels tend to drop, which can cause hypoglycemia, low blood sugar. This drop in blood sugar can lead to symptoms like shakiness, dizziness, irritability, and difficulty focusing. In the short term, the body may produce more glucose by breaking down glycogen stores, but if skipping meals becomes a habit, it can disturb the body's ability to regulate blood sugar effectively, leading to long-term problems such as insulin resistance. Extended long-term effects. 9. Increased risk of chronic diseases. Chronic meal skipping, especially when it's paired with overeating later in the day or unhealthy eating patterns, can increase the risk of developing metabolic disorders like type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and high blood pressure. Disrupted eating habits and poor nutrient intake over time contribute to an unhealthy weight gain and an imbalance in the body's regulatory systems, leading to higher cholesterol, inflammation, and cardiovascular problems. 10. Disruption of hormonal balance. Prolonged skipping of meals can disrupt a number of important hormones involved in hunger, metabolism, and overall health. Leptin, the hormone responsible for regulating hunger and fat storage, may decrease, leading to an increase in hunger and a slower metabolism. Similarly, ghrelin, the hunger hormone, may increase, making you feel hungrier than usual, which can lead to overeating. These imbalances can trigger cycles of excessive hunger followed by overeating, contributing to unhealthy weight fluctuations. 11. Decreased bone health. Consistent meal skipping can result in a lack of essential nutrients that support bone health, such as calcium, vitamin D, and magnesium. These nutrients are vital for maintaining strong bones, and without regular meals, bone density may decrease over time. This increases the risk of conditions like osteopenia or osteoporosis, especially in older adults. 12. Mental health disorders. Over time, skipping meals may lead to more significant mental health challenges. Chronic low blood sugar and nutrient deficiencies can impact the brain's neurochemistry, which may contribute to conditions like anxiety, depression, and mood swings. Some people also develop an unhealthy preoccupation with food, dieting, and body image, leading to conditions like orthorexia, an obsession with eating only healthy foods, or other eating disorders. The science of hunger and meal skipping. 13. Leptin and ghrelin balance. Leptin and ghrelin are two key hormones involved in hunger regulation. Leptin signals to the brain that you have enough energy stored and reduces hunger, while ghrelin increases hunger when your body needs food. Skipping meals may initially reduce leptin levels, causing hunger to increase. However, over time, the body becomes more efficient at adapting to this pattern, which can cause shifts in these hormone levels, leading to erratic hunger patterns that can make it difficult to regulate food intake and stick to healthy eating habits. 14. The effect of meal timing. While skipping meals can lead to temporary weight loss or other benefits, it's important to recognize that the timing of meals matters. The body's circadian rhythm affects metabolism, and eating during daylight hours, rather than skipping meals, supports natural hormone cycles that regulate metabolism. Studies show that meal timing, rather than just meal frequency, plays a significant role in maintaining metabolic health, energy levels, and even mental well-being. Why do people skip meals? 1. Weight loss strategies. Many people skip meals in an attempt to create a calorie deficit. For weight loss, intermittent fasting, is a popular weight loss method that involves eating within a specific window of time and fasting during other periods. However, while intermittent fasting can promote fat loss, it's important to balance food intake during eating windows to ensure you're meeting your nutritional needs. 2. Busy lifestyles. a fast-paced lifestyle can also contribute to meal skipping. People often skip meals due to work or personal commitments, resulting in missed breakfast or lunch. While the occasional missed meal may not be harmful, frequent skipping due to busy schedules can lead to the negative effects already discussed, like fatigue, irritability, and nutrient deficiencies. 3. Lack of appetite or stress. For some people, stress or emotional issues can lead to loss of appetite, resulting in skipped meals. Chronic stress increases cortisol levels, which can affect hunger signals and lead to a loss of interest in food. Alternatively, some may skip meals intentionally as a form of emotional control, using food as a way to cope with difficult emotions. A balanced approach to maintain optimal health while avoiding the negative effects of skipping meals. It's essential to listen to your body's needs and make mindful decisions about your eating habits. Here are some strategies for achieving a balance. 1. Eating smaller, balanced meals instead of skipping meals. Consider eating smaller, nutrient-dense meals throughout the day. These meals should be rich in protein, healthy fats, fiber, and complex carbohydrates to maintain energy levels, stabilize blood sugar, and prevent overeating later in the day. 2. Consistency is key. Try to maintain a consistent eating schedule, even if it's with smaller meals. Consistent timing helps regulate the body's natural hunger cues and improves overall metabolism. 3. Avoid overcompensating. If you accidentally skip a meal, don't overcompensate by overeating at the next meal. This often leads to digestive discomfort and unhealthy eating habits. Instead, eat a balanced portion to fill your hunger without overeating. 4. Prioritize nutrient-dense foods. When you do eat, make sure your meals are filled with high-quality nutrients, including fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats. This will prevent deficiencies and promote sustained energy and mental clarity. Conclusion: skipping meals may provide temporary benefits, such as weight loss or increased fat burning in the short term, but the long-term effects on metabolism, mood, energy levels, and overall health can be detrimental. Regular, balanced meals are crucial for maintaining consistent energy, stabilizing blood sugar, and ensuring nutrient intake. A mindful approach to eating, focusing on the quality of food and timing, can help achieve both physical and mental well-being. Always listen to your body and, if needed, seek professional guidance when incorporating fasting or meal skipping strategies. Additional short-term effects. 8. Decreased performance in physical activity. When you skip meals, your body has fewer immediate resources for energy, which can negatively affect physical performance. Both aerobic exercises, like running, and anaerobic exercises, like weightlifting, rely heavily on energy reserves that are replenished through regular meals. Skipping a meal before exercise can lead to premature fatigue, poor endurance, and reduced strength. Without proper energy, your ability to build muscle or improve fitness may decline, especially if meals are skipped frequently before workouts. 9. Impact on sleep quality. In the short term, skipping meals can affect sleep quality. After missing a meal, especially in the evening, the body may experience a drop in blood sugar, leading to difficulty falling or staying asleep. The body may produce more adrenaline or cortisol in response to low blood sugar, keeping you awake at night. Poor sleep quality can in turn affect overall health, including immune function and mood regulation. More long-term effects. 13. Chronic fatigue and low energy. If you regularly skip meals, you might experience ongoing fatigue and sluggishness. This happens because your body isn't receiving the necessary energy and nutrients at regular intervals. Over time, nutrient deficiencies can impair energy production processes. For example, a lack of B vitamins, iron, or magnesium, essential nutrients for energy production, can lead to persistent tiredness, poor concentration, and low motivation. 14. Altered gut health. The gut is responsible for absorbing the nutrients from food, and skipping meals can cause its rhythms to be disrupted. Over time, irregular eating patterns can affect gut motility, the movement of food through the digestive tract, and alter the composition of gut bacteria, potentially leading to digestive issues like bloating, constipation, and IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. The gut microbiome also plays a role in overall health, influencing immune function and even mental health, which can be impacted by consistent meal skipping. 15. Increased risk of hypothalamic amenorrhea in women. Chronic meal skipping or inadequate nutrition can lead to hypothalamic amenorrhea, a condition where menstrual cycles stop due to hormonal imbalances. This is often caused by energy deficits, which tell the body that it's not in a state to support reproduction. If left unchecked, this can have long-term consequences on fertility and bone health. 16. Impact on bone density. Long-term, the bones require a continuous supply of calcium, vitamin D, and other nutrients to remain strong. Regularly skipping meals or restricting calorie intake can lead to deficiencies in these vital nutrients, increasing the risk of bone loss. Women, particularly those who skip meals frequently, may be at a higher risk for osteoporosis or low bone density. This is especially important for individuals at higher risk for fractures, such as postmenopausal women or older adults. The psychological and emotional impact. 1. Emotional eating. While skipping meals in the short term might seem like an efficient way to restrict calorie intake, it can create a cycle of emotional eating. After a skipped meal, your body may crave certain types of foods, often those high in sugar or fat, to compensate for the lost energy. This can lead to binge episodes where you consume large quantities of food at once. Emotional eating often comes as a response to the negative emotions triggered by hunger, leading to guilt or shame after overeating. 2. Increased stress and anxiety. Skipping meals can activate the body's stress response. The reduction in blood sugar levels triggers the release of cortisol and adrenaline, hormones that help the body cope with stress but also contribute to feelings of anxiety, restlessness, and irritability. If meal skipping becomes a regular habit, the body's stress system may remain chronically activated, which can lead to persistent anxiety and feelings of burnout. 3. Cognitive decline. In the long run, skipping meals regularly can affect cognitive function, including concentration, memory, and decision-making. The brain is highly sensitive to fluctuations in glucose levels, and without a steady supply of nutrients, cognitive processes slow down. Studies have shown that skipping meals can impair the ability to process information, leading to slower response times, reduced memory retention, and diminished overall cognitive performance. This is especially concerning for students or professionals who rely on mental clarity and focus throughout the day. 4. Reduced social engagement. Meal skipping can also interfere with social activities. Meals are often social events, whether at home, with friends, or in the workplace. Skipping meals regularly may result in social isolation or awkward situations, as you might avoid eating during group meals, leading to feelings of alienation. Over time, this may affect your mental well-being, as meals are often connected with bonding, relaxation, and emotional support. Long-term risks of skipping meals for weight loss. 1. Hormonal imbalance leading to weight plateau. Over the long term, skipping meals as a weight loss strategy can lead to hormonal imbalances that ultimately disrupt weight loss efforts. Chronic meal skipping increases cortisol levels, which in turn raises insulin levels and encourages the body to store fat rather than burn it. In the long run, this can lead to a metabolic slowdown, making it more difficult to continue losing weight and even leading to weight gain as your body adapts to perceived starvation. 2. Lean muscle mass loss. Consistent meal skipping can cause the body to lose lean muscle mass. When your body doesn't receive the nutrients it needs, particularly protein, it may begin breaking down muscle tissue for energy, especially during periods of fasting or long gaps between meals. Over time, muscle loss can lead to a decrease in basal metabolic rate, BMR, meaning your body burns fewer calories at rest. This can lead to fat gain and difficulties in maintaining or increasing muscle mass. 3. Increased risk of metabolic syndrome. Metabolic syndrome is a cluster of conditions, including high blood pressure, high blood sugar, abnormal cholesterol levels, and excess fat around the waist, which significantly increase the risk of heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. Skipping meals or following highly restrictive diets can contribute to the development of metabolic syndrome by disrupting normal glucose metabolism, promoting fat storage, and impairing insulin sensitivity. Balancing meal skipping with healthy habits, while skipping meals occasionally, such as through intermittent fasting, can work for some people, it's essential to approach it with caution. For long-term success, focus on the following: nutrient timing and balance, instead of skipping meals. Focus on eating balanced meals at regular intervals. Ensure that your meals contain adequate portions of macronutrients, proteins, fats, and carbohydrates, and micronutrients, vitamins and minerals. Include whole foods, such as lean proteins, healthy fats, whole grains, and plenty of fruits and vegetables, which will stabilize energy levels and support long-term health. Mindful eating practices. Rather than following strict fasting protocols, consider practicing mindful eating. This means paying attention to your hunger cues, eating slowly, and savoring the food you consume. Mindful eating can prevent overeating, improve digestion, and promote better body awareness, which can help you maintain a healthy relationship with food. Exercise and nutrition synergy. If you're using intermittent fasting or skipping meals for weight loss, it's essential to consider your exercise routine. Skipping meals shouldn't result in poor performance in physical activity. Ensure that you time your meals around workouts so that your body has the nutrients it needs to perform well and recover effectively. Listen to your body. Finally, one of the most important aspects of meal skipping is listening to your body. If you feel lightheaded, tired, or irritable from skipping meals, it's a sign that your body may need more fuel. Adjust your eating habits accordingly, either by eating more frequently or ensuring that the foods you eat are providing the right nutrients. Conclusion: while skipping meals may seem like an easy way to reduce calorie intake or engage in a fasting routine, its long-term effects on metabolism, energy, mood, and health can be detrimental. Regular meals, filled with nutrient-dense foods, provide the necessary fuel to maintain a healthy metabolism, stable energy levels, and emotional balance. Skipping meals should only be done carefully and thoughtfully, ensuring that the body's nutritional needs are met and that overall well-being is prioritized. Additional short-term effects. 10. Increased risk of dehydration when meals are skipped. Particularly in the morning, such as breakfast, people may neglect hydration as well. Breakfast often consists of liquids like water, juice, or tea, which help with hydration. Without this intake, dehydration can set in, causing headaches, dizziness, dry skin, and overall fatigue. Inadequate hydration can also negatively impact cognitive performance, digestion, and kidney function. 11. Altered blood pressure levels. Skipping meals can cause a drop in blood pressure. When you haven't eaten for an extended period, the body may experience a reduction in blood volume and blood sugar, which in turn can cause lightheadedness, dizziness, or even fainting. This is particularly concerning for people with pre-existing blood pressure issues, as it can cause further complications. 12. Increased risk of gastric problems. Regularly skipping meals, especially lunch or dinner, can lead to the overproduction of stomach acid. Without food to absorb the acid, it can lead to indigestion, bloating, or even conditions like acid reflux and gastritis. For some individuals, this may result in chronic discomfort or damage to the stomach lining over time. Extended long-term effects. 17. Accelerated aging. Skipping meals can have a long-term impact on skin health. Without regular intake of essential nutrients, such as antioxidants, healthy fats, and hydration, the skin may lose elasticity and become more prone to wrinkles and sagging. Collagen production, which is crucial for youthful skin, can also slow down when nutrient intake is inconsistent, accelerating signs of aging. 18. Hormonal disruption in men and women. Beyond just the effects on reproductive hormones in women, like hypothalamic amenorrhea, men also experience hormonal fluctuations due to meal skipping. Skipping meals regularly can lead to a drop in testosterone levels over time. Lower testosterone in men is associated with fatigue, decreased muscle mass, reduced libido, and potential mood disturbances. This can significantly affect overall health, fitness, and quality of life. 19. Impact on mental clarity and focus. In the long term, the cumulative effects of skipping meals can impair your ability to concentrate and focus. Low blood sugar levels, which often result from missed meals, can lead to a decrease in mental clarity. Neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine, which regulate mood and cognition, rely on steady glucose supply for optimal functioning. Long-term disruption of this supply can result in persistent brain fog, poor decision-making, and a decline in cognitive performance. 20. Altered stress response and cortisol production. As previously discussed, skipping meals increases cortisol levels. Over time, consistently elevated cortisol can lead to a condition known as adrenal fatigue, or HPA axis dysfunction. When cortisol remains high for prolonged periods, it can impair the body's ability to respond to stress and recovery, leading to chronic stress, fatigue, and burnout. High cortisol also promotes fat storage, especially in the abdominal region, which contributes to the development of visceral fat and increases the risk of metabolic diseases. Potential psychological effects of skipping meals. 1. Development of unhealthy obsession with food. For some individuals, skipping meals can develop into a pattern of obsession or fixation on food. They may start to track every calorie, obsess over eating schedules, or feel anxious about eating too frequently. This mindset can contribute to disordered eating behaviors like restrictive eating, binge eating, or even conditions like orthorexia, an unhealthy obsession with eating only clean or healthy foods. 2. Impact on emotional regulation. Skipping meals, especially for extended periods, can hinder emotional regulation. Because blood sugar levels are often low after a skipped meal, this can lead to irritability, mood swings, and heightened emotional reactions. The body's inability to manage hunger and energy levels can also lead to emotional eating, where food is used as a way to cope with stress or sadness. 3. Low self-esteem and body image issues. For some, meal skipping may stem from a desire to lose weight or improve body image. However, this behavior can worsen body image issues over time. The perception of control over food intake can lead to a false sense of accomplishment or, conversely, to feelings of guilt or failure if the body doesn't respond as expected. This can foster unhealthy self-esteem and contribute to a cycle of dieting and binging. 4. Social withdrawal and isolation. Eating is often a social activity, and when you skip meals, particularly in social settings, you might feel self-conscious or guilty. This can cause you to withdraw from social events or avoid eating with others, leading to isolation. Over time, this avoidance can strain personal relationships, increase feelings of loneliness, and impact overall emotional well-being. More about the science of hunger. 2. The role of ghrelin and leptin in meal skipping. Ghrelin is the hormone responsible for stimulating hunger, while leptin signals satiety or fullness. When meals are skipped, ghrelin levels increase, making you feel hungrier. At the same time, leptin levels decrease, reducing the body's ability to sense fullness. As a result, those who skip meals may experience stronger hunger cravings later on, and are at higher risk of overeating when they do eat. 3. Metabolic adaptation to meal skipping. Your body has a mechanism known as metabolic adaptation, where it adjusts to less food intake by slowing down metabolism to conserve energy. If skipping meals becomes a chronic habit, the body may adapt by lowering its energy expenditure. This means that, despite consuming fewer calories, the body burns fewer calories at rest, which can lead to weight loss plateaus and difficulties in maintaining or losing weight over time. Meal skipping versus intermittent fasting. If, while meal skipping can have negative effects, intermittent fasting, has gained popularity as a more structured form of eating that mimics meal skipping. Intermittent fasting typically involves fasting for periods of time, such as 16 hours of fasting followed by an 8-hour eating window, and research suggests it may have health benefits such as weight loss, improved insulin sensitivity, and longevity. However, it's important to distinguish between healthy forms of intermittent fasting and prolonged unstructured meal skipping. With if, individuals often consume nutrient-dense meals within a defined window, ensuring adequate calorie intake and nutritional balance. In contrast, casual meal skipping can lead to nutrient deficiencies and negative impacts on metabolism, mood, and energy. Potential benefits of intermittent fasting. If improved insulin sensitivity, if can help regulate blood sugar levels and reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes. Cellular repair, if promotes autophagy, a process where the body clears out damaged cells and regenerates new ones, which may contribute to improved longevity. Reduced inflammation, if has been linked to decreased markers of inflammation, which is crucial for preventing chronic diseases like heart disease and cancer. A balanced approach to meal skipping, to harness the benefits of skipping meals while minimizing potential harms. Consider the following strategies. Plan your eating window carefully, if practicing intermittent fasting or skipping meals. Ensure your eating windows are balanced and nutritionally dense. Make sure to consume adequate protein, healthy fats, and complex carbohydrates to support your body's needs. Incorporate hydration into your routine. Don't neglect hydration, even during fasting periods. Drink plenty of water or non-caloric beverages to maintain hydration levels and prevent the negative effects of dehydration. Prioritize mental and physical well-being. Listen to your body's hunger signals and never ignore persistent fatigue or irritability. If skipping meals causes significant emotional or physical discomfort, it may not be the right approach for your body or lifestyle. Avoid extreme fasting periods. Long fasting periods, especially without professional guidance, can lead to nutrient deficiencies and metabolic disturbances. Stick to moderate fasting periods, such as 12 to 16 hours, and ensure that meals during the eating window are nutrient-rich and balanced. Conclusion: skipping meals may appear to be an efficient way to control calorie intake, but the long-term consequences on metabolism, mood, digestion, and overall health can be harmful. While intermittent fasting, when practiced mindfully, can offer some benefits, casual or extreme meal skipping can cause a cascade of issues, from hormonal imbalances to emotional and cognitive disruptions. The key to health lies in a balanced approach, one that supports regular, nutrient-dense meals, proper hydration, and consistent eating patterns to promote sustainable energy, mental clarity, and overall well-being. Always consider your individual health needs and seek professional advice when making significant changes to your eating habits. Even more short-term effects. 13. Impact on immune function. Skipping meals on a regular basis can weaken the immune system. A lack of proper nutrition means the body has fewer resources to produce white blood cells and antibodies, which are essential for fighting infections. Even a brief period of inadequate food intake can lower the body's resistance to common illnesses like the flu or the common cold. Furthermore, skipping meals can lower the body's ability to recover from illness due to reduced nutrient intake. 14. Blood sugar fluctuations. Meal skipping, especially in people prone to blood sugar instability, such as those with diabetes or prediabetes, can lead to significant fluctuations in blood glucose levels. These rapid changes in blood sugar can cause feelings of dizziness, irritability, or even fainting. Over time, inconsistent blood sugar levels can also increase the risk of developing type 2 diabetes, especially in individuals with a genetic predisposition or existing metabolic issues. 15. Reduced cognitive performance. In the short term, skipping meals can lead to a dip in cognitive function, particularly concentration, memory, and decision-making. The brain is highly sensitive to glucose, which is its main source of energy. When glucose levels drop due to missing meals, mental clarity suffers, leading to brain fog, slower reaction times, and poor memory retention. This is particularly problematic for people who need to perform tasks requiring sharp focus or complex thought, like students or professionals. Extended long-term effects. 21. Chronic dehydration. While skipping meals may lead to occasional dehydration, long-term meal skipping habits can exacerbate the situation. When people skip meals, they often skip drinking fluids associated with those meals, such as water, tea, or soups. Chronic dehydration can lead to kidney stones, urinary tract infections, and even kidney failure. It can also cause skin dryness, headaches, dizziness, and fatigue, making it crucial to stay hydrated, especially when following intermittent fasting or other meal skipping approaches. 22. Adverse impact on mental health. Over time, consistently skipping meals can lead to an increase in psychological distress, the stress of hunger, fluctuating blood sugar levels, and the psychological obsession with food can contribute to anxiety, depression, and other mood disorders. Moreover, individuals who skip meals may develop a negative relationship with food, often associated with feelings of guilt, shame, or emotional distress. This can further exacerbate mental health issues and lead to more extreme eating habits, such as restrictive dieting or overeating. 23. Negative effects on heart health. Long-term meal skipping can contribute to elevated levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, which has been linked to cardiovascular issues. High cortisol levels can lead to increased blood pressure, abdominal fat accumulation, and higher levels of cholesterol, all of which increase the risk of heart disease and stroke. Additionally, skipping meals can affect blood lipid profiles, potentially leading to poor cholesterol ratios and higher risk for atherosclerosis, plaque buildup in the arteries. 24. Disrupted gut-brain axis. Recent research has revealed the importance of the gut-brain connection, with the microbiome playing a critical role in regulating mood, cognition, and overall well-being. Regularly skipping meals can disrupt the gut's microbiome balance, potentially causing digestive discomfort and contributing to mental health disturbances like anxiety and depression. An imbalance in gut bacteria, dysbiosis, can also impair the body's ability to properly absorb nutrients, leading to nutrient deficiencies that can further affect mood and energy levels. Psychological and social effects of meal skipping. 5. Increased stress from lack of control. While some people may initially feel a sense of control over their food intake by skipping meals, over time, this can lead to stress due to an inability to consistently maintain the behavior. The body's natural hunger signals may become stronger, leading to compulsive eating or overeating when food is finally consumed. This cycle can create a pattern of stress, overeating, guilt, and shame, which in turn contributes to psychological distress. 6. Impact on social connections. In addition to physical and mental health consequences, skipping meals can harm social relationships. Meals are often seen as opportunities for bonding, whether with family, friends, or colleagues. Skipping meals to maintain restrictive eating patterns may result in social withdrawal or awkwardness during group meals. Over time, this can lead to feelings of isolation, loneliness, and strained relationships. For individuals with restrictive eating disorders, avoiding meals can further exacerbate social disconnection and emotional pain. 7. Reinforcement of disordered eating behaviors. For some, skipping meals becomes a means of controlling weight, especially in the context of societal pressures around body image. Over time, this can develop into an unhealthy obsession with food, weight, and calorie counting, often leading to disordered eating behaviors such as anorexia, bulimia, or orthorexia. These conditions are serious mental health disorders that require professional intervention to treat effectively. Additional physiological effects. 4. Impaired muscle recovery. Skipping meals, especially after intense exercise, impairs muscle recovery. Post-workout nutrition is crucial for replenishing glycogen stores, repairing muscle tissue, and reducing muscle soreness. When meals are skipped, the body has fewer nutrients available for these processes, leading to prolonged muscle fatigue and potentially hindering progress in strength and fitness goals. This is particularly important for those engaged in strength training or endurance sports, as muscle recovery is key to performance. 5. Impact on metabolic flexibility. Metabolic flexibility refers to the body's ability to switch between burning carbs and fats as fuel sources depending on availability. Regularly skipping meals can impair this flexibility, causing the body to become less efficient at switching between fuel sources. This can affect both short-term energy availability and long-term metabolic health, leading to difficulties with weight management and an increased risk of metabolic disorders. Intermittent fasting versus consistent meal skipping. It's important to note that intermittent fasting, which involves planned fasting windows, can have a different effect compared to casual or chronic meal skipping. If generally involves controlled timed fasting periods, which allow the body to enter a state of fat burning and cellular repair without the negative side effects of irregular eating patterns. However, there's a clear distinction between controlled intermittent fasting and unstructured, frequent meal skipping. While some studies have shown that intermittent fasting can lead to weight loss, improved insulin sensitivity, and cellular regeneration, it must be done correctly and with adequate food intake during eating windows. Casual or habitual meal skipping without proper planning can lead to significant nutritional deficiencies and cause negative health consequences, as outlined above. Additional key strategies for managing meal skipping and healthy eating. Focus on balanced, nutritious meals during eating windows, whether practicing intermittent fasting or just looking to skip meals occasionally. Ensure that the meals consumed are balanced with protein, fiber, healthy fats, and vitamins. This will help stabilize blood sugar, reduce cravings, and ensure the body is getting essential nutrients. Moderate fasting periods. If meal skipping or intermittent fasting is part of your routine, aim for moderate fasting periods, typically between 12 and 16 hours. Fasting for long periods, over 24 hours, can lead to nutrient depletion and impair energy levels. Mindful eating. After fasting or skipping a meal, avoid overeating by practicing mindful eating. Eat slowly. Focus on hunger cues, and avoid distractions like watching TV or scrolling through your phone. Mindful eating helps maintain a balanced relationship with food and prevents feelings of guilt or deprivation. Prioritize physical and mental health together. A healthy eating routine should support both physical and mental well-being. Skipping meals should never interfere with mental clarity, social relationships, or emotional health. Always prioritize self-care practices, including stress management, adequate sleep, and hydration, alongside nutritional balance. Final thoughts. Skipping meals, whether casually or as part of a fasting regimen, has both immediate and long-term effects on the body and mind. While intermittent fasting may offer benefits for some people when done correctly, frequent meal skipping can lead to nutrient deficiencies, hormonal imbalances, and negative emotional and cognitive effects. It's crucial to listen to your body, adopt a balanced approach to eating, and avoid extreme meal skipping patterns that can harm overall health. By doing so, you can maintain steady energy, optimal brain function, and a healthy relationship with food.